Good morning and welcome to the Calmie African Diary Show right here on the Blackwood Fire Network Media for the 21st century. It is on a beautiful Monday, and that is the 15th day, and the month is March. I think it's just 25 more days before we get to start our journey all the way to Dar es Salaam, all the way to Zanzibar. But if you still have not proceeded and got, of course, to contact Kip, that is in terms of booking a flight, feel free to do that, because still it is not too late to do that before you come to before you come to be just having all these guilt building up. But it's all about the plans that you do have for yourself this 2021. But as for me, I can say that the plans that I do have for myself for this 2021 is to get to know myself more, to get to travel a lot, to get to learn about different cultures, different ways of life, the way that our fellow African brothers and sisters do get to live in their own different African countries. Trust me, there is one thing you can learn. You can definitely get to learn a thing or two. But nevertheless, or let me say, apart from that, karibuni sana to the Calmie African Diary Show. And of course, I do trust that everyone is doing okay. I do trust that everyone is faring well. Personally, I am doing okay, and I can say I cannot complain regarding this new month. I cannot complain regarding this new month. And we do have a lot installed for you on this particular show today on the Calm African Diary Show. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are trending, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I think some people somewhere are really going through a lot. So yes, definitely we are going to focus on that. But even before we get to even focus on that, let me know how you are doing. Let me know how your weekend has been. As for me, I can say that my weekend, the entire last week, has been just good for me. Getting to experience some little bit of the countryside, and I can say it was more like therapeutic for me. And that is why I'm saying that I think it's good that we actually get to travel, or rather get to tour down Dar es Salaam. There is a lot that is happening. And regarding that, I do trust that all of you have heard this rumor regarding Magufuli. Well, personally, I'm waiting for him to speak. But the way that people on Twitter can get to be really mean, that is just that is the reason as to why most of the time I rather not post or comment on something on Twitter. But let me know your view regarding that. I think it's more like the same situation that you do have in the country. Just a few days ago, the president did get to talk about the situation, or rather the way forward of the country. And I can say things are just quite the normal. Things are just quite the same, apart from, of course, more, of course, tense measures regarding this COVID-19. But I had this question. We do have the AstraZeneca vaccine that is already made its way in the country. We do have the likes of nurses, the likes of doctors. They have already taken the vaccine. We do have the likes of soldiers. They have already taken the vaccine. Of course, the process is still going on. But we do have the Ministry of Health himself not taking the vaccine. And when asked, it's very much mandatory, because different countries that have been taking this vaccine, they have been going on national television and taking the vaccine. But on this particular Monday morning, I'm just asking myself, we have not seen our own president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, come and take that vaccine. We have not seen the Ministry of Health take that vaccine. And when asked, he actually said that he thinks that it will be unfair for him to take the vaccine and skip the line of nurses and doctors who really need this vaccine. Let me repeat this. Our Ministry of Health, when he was questioned the reason as to why he has not proceeded in taking the vaccine, he went ahead and said the reason as to why he has not taken the vaccine is because he does not want to skip that nurse, that doctor who really needs the vaccine, because their lives are okay. They are, of course, more like highly affected by this. And I just want to say the thought of sarcasm in this entire statement. There's sort of there's just something that is missing from this entire statement, because why would you bring a vaccine in the country and you all of a sudden you decided to deal with the integrity, all of a sudden you decided to mind the welfare of other people. And we have been talking about the increase in deaths that nurses and doctors have been going through ever since COVID was declared in Kenya. The nurses were supposed to be equipped with proper PPIs, and these PPIs somehow managed to find their ways in the streets and they are sold. Under this same man, of course, who is in charge of the Ministry of Health. So right now, all of a sudden, when it is the turn of taking the vaccine, he has of course that audacity to tell us that he thinks it is not good for him to skip the line of everyone who is waiting for the vaccine to get that vaccine. I mean, no one is dumb here. I can clearly say that there is some information we are not being told regarding this vaccine. But of course, remember, this is the Calmie African Diary Show, and you are tuned into the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. And we are coming live to you all the way from the Nairobi studios. Let me know how your day is faring. In Nairobi, it is a pretty much hot. And, this is the time that, as much as we have been talking about junk food, this is the time that, yes, I'll need some little bit of ice cream. Yeah, but just to say that I just feel that there is a lot of information that we are not being told regarding this vaccine. And let me know your view regarding that. Let me know. I've seen some people have taken the vaccine. They have given the side effects of what they have gone through. And of course, the good thing here is that the vaccine has not been made mandatory. That is one thing. So I'm just hoping that as long as I am existing, I do my best not to put myself in a situation that will require me to take that vaccine. Because if it is not mandatory, then I can do without it. And I'm just, it's more like advocating more people just, to continue to stay the way you are, because we never know what might happen in future regarding this vaccine. Take a look at how it did get to happen in terms of that the polio vaccine, the side effects that did get, of course, to be experienced later on. But let me know your view regarding that. And moving on, remember, family, we do have the Tanzanian tour that is set to take place the month of that is the month of April. And finally, the month of April is almost here with us, just a few days, of course, to the month of April. Feel free to contact Keith. He will give you the way forward. Hi, Keith. Keith, can you hear me? Keith, let me know if you can hear me. All right, as we wait on Keith, remember, family, we do have the Tanzanian tour that is set to take place the month of April. Just a few more days before we get to flood your timeline with some amazing, of course, views. And Keith, hi.
Hey, good morning, Calmie.
All right.
How are you doing today?
Okay, good morning. I'm doing
Can you
fine.
hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
want you to look up. I want you to look up. There's a famous American boxer. He's known worldwide. The famous American
Mhm.
boxer who just died
Mhm.
from taking the COVID-19, but they don't want to say anything. That's what he
Mhm.
went. He was perfectly healthy. Look up this name for me, Cammy.
Mhm.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvin. Marvin Hagler. Hagler. He just died in the hospital, and they don't want to say that he took this damn vaccination. He was in perfect health, Cammy, and now he's
Mhm.
dead and stinking. And everybody's trying to be hush hush. Everybody's trying to be hush hush on why he's now dead and stinking. I went on Twitter. Oh, all the white liberals who need this shit because We can't talk about it. All the white liberals who need this shit. Black people, you don't touch this shit. Especially that Chinese version that the dumbass fucking Museveni is using. The 70 is using over there. The Chinese version has been killing people left, right, and center. Those ignorant bastards don't know how to create shit. They copy and paste shit. So if you unfortunately live in a country of a dumbass African leader, because most of them are, you leave the shit alone. You go kick rocks. But there it is. So yeah, there he is. Marvin Hagler, very famous boxer, one of the most famous boxers in America, has just died because he went in to get his what? Let's say his shot. We can't say the name. He was in perfect health. What his wife said, he was in perfect health when he went in just to get the you know what, and now he's dead and stinking. And also they also found out the dumbass Negroes in South Africa, the ones that they got them as guinea pigs. The ones in South Africa are not even goddamn tested. They're tested on these dumb niggas down there because they're stupid. They're stupid. So good luck to you. And shout out to Dr. Mumby again. If you're dumb now, you deserve to die. If you're too stupid today, hey, it is what it is. You're too stupid to know what's going on. You already had it, and Cameron, you can pull up in Europe the white people. Then I go tell you this: in Europe, white people are quietly saying, "We're not gonna touch this shit. Give it to the niggas." In Europe, they're quietly saying, "We're not gonna touch this shit. Give it to the niggas. Give it to them." So, because they got these talking about, you got these dumbass African leaders talking about. Go ahead, Cammy. Go ahead.
I'm saying because they're readily waiting for it. Of course, they're readily waiting for it, not knowing that it is more like a weapon going to destroy their DNA.
Well, you got the Europeans about, you got these dumbass Africans who are puppets. Oh, the Europeans are hoarding. Oh, they're not hoarding shit. Because you go look, pull this up, Cammy. Mm-hmm. Type this in Google. Say the Europeans have stockpile, have a backup of stockpile vaccination. Say go to Google. Say the Europeans have a backed up stockpile of vaccination. You know why it's backed up? Because they're not taking that shit. Mm-hmm. Give it to these dumbass niggas in Africa.
And they've sold the cheap. Yeah, and they've sold the cheap. Yeah, they've sold the cheap samples to the Africans.
Yeah, they know the African educational system. They know the African educational system is most Africans are stupid and ignorant and scary. They believe in things that are not real. Their minds are messed up. Give it to their ass. They'll take it. They're scared to death. Let them take that shit. Oh yeah, I'm glad they're trying to hoard it. Please, you got the South Africans running to get Cammy. That's not even. It hasn't been even. They're guinea pigs in South Africa, and they openly said it. It's now South Africa said, "Hey, we're not going to be your guinea pig." Stupid. Too late.
Exactly. But anyway, let's just hope
they know most Africans, but they know most Africans, Cammy, don't have access to information.
Yeah, true.
Go ahead, Cammy. Go ahead.
I'm saying let's just hope that this does not get to go out of hand because many people are advocating for it. But yeah, let's just hope that the best gets to happen. But then again, we really know the results. So, Keith, right now in Kenya, you know,
can't nobody make you take some. Can't nobody take some. You.
Keith, you breaking up? hear me? All right, as we
What you say
wait
about
on.
Kenya?
All right, I was just about to talk about it. As of course, I'm just giving updates on what is happening around before you even get to venture on the main topic. So in Kenya, we are having a little bit of a crisis in our that is in our wildlife, of course, in terms of the wildlife. And I've just shared the screen that right now in Kenya, it is alleged that two gay lions were spotted in Masai Mara, and this topic is just becoming quite to me it's just becoming quite hilarious. There has been allegations that these lions might have of course copied the behavior that some tourists are showing. Of course these are foreign tourists, and as a result this has affected the lions. Kip, do you believe that there is some similarity in that? Let me just share the image. And right now we do have there's this of course a guy in terms of who is in charge of what is being portrayed to the media, and he has gone ahead and said that he wants the lions spotted and isolated from the rest before they even get to spread the bad behavior to the other lions. This is what is happening, Kit, on the screen. That two gay lions have been spotted, and this actually goes hand in hand with
Oh my
the type
God!
of lifestyle that tourists have been
Please,
showcasing. Now the wildlife has have copied this, and they are doing it. This is from the video. I mean, from the picture that I've just shared here.
all this now.
Kitty, you're breaking. Kit, can you hear me? As we wait on Kit, I believe this story is just quite hilarious that this gets to happen, and it is lions. Of course, some more research is going to be done into this, but even before the research is conducted, there has been more allegations regarding what the tourist gets to portray, and I can say it actually goes hand in hand, because take a look at the life in the coast, that is the life in the coastal region, that the increase in gayism relationship has been on the rise. This is due to what the locals actually get to see. They get to see that majority of these tourists, in broad daylight, they get to they get to expose themselves, and to them they think it's just something normal. It is the eat thing. To some people it has made them make money, in quotes, because that is what they believe. They believe that when you are gay or in a gay relationship, that most of the time you tend to be rich. So it has highly affected the brains of our locals in the coastal region, and our wildlife seems not to have been protected either from all these homosexuality behavior. But as we're waiting for Kit, let me know your view regarding that. And remember, you are tuning to the Calmie African Diary Show, and this is the Black Hot Fire Network Medium for the 21st century. It is just giving you updates before we get to embark on the main topic of the day. And of course, the main topic of the day, it is in relation to the, of course, life in that is orphanages. There is just a lot that has been hidden from the mainstream media in terms of life in the orphanages. And of course, we are going to do some comparison. We are going to take a look at the situation in different orphanages in Africa, some of the reasons as to why the rise of in orphanages has been increasing in Africa. We are also going to take a look at the situation in China. I believe it is not making sense. That is the one child policy in China. I'm also going to take you through that, because from what I saw, it was quite disturbing, and definitely I'll get to ask you regarding that. And also, family, remember, if you might have missed some of the episode, that is some of the episode that we do get to do live to you, you can simply log onto www.blackhotfirenetwork.com, and once you are logged in, you can proceed get to watch some of these episodes. You can get to like this episode. You can get to share this episode. You can also proceed to listen to the music. You can also get that is to read the blogs. You can also get to donate to support the stream. We also do highly appreciate that. And also remember the hashtag. Let me use it more like the hashtag. That is the tweet that is the April that is the Dar es Salaam tour that is set to take place on the month of April is almost here with us. We have been reminding you regarding this. We have been spreading awareness regarding this. Let me know your view regarding that. You can't simply get to contact Kit and he will give you the way forward. Kit, you're back with us. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, Kit, can you hear me now? All right, still waiting on Kit, but family, let me know your view regarding the situation that we do have here.
All
Yes,
right, I'm
hi
back. Can
Kit.
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
You hear me
you.
now? Okay. Okay. Now,
Uh-huh.
were you saying there was two gay lions? Is that what you were saying?
Let me share the
Is that what you
screen.
were saying? I was
Mhm.
going through a bad area. Is that what you were saying? There was some gay lions. Is that what you said?
In Kenya, in Masai Mara, spotted, and
Yeah.
now they're being
I
looked to
don't
be
know.
isolated.
That doesn't mean the gay. What made me sick in what made me sick in the head is an animal. Some animals are not always right in the head. It's an animal. So that's
Hmm.
animalistic behavior. Humans are not supposed to be doing as an animal. That might be that's because white people go out there. Look, it's in nature. So being a faggot is normal. Look at the lion is fucking another man lying in the ass. That's normal. They'll tell you that's normal now because it's in nature. That's a
Hmm.
goddamn animal that might be disturbed in the head. You know, because that's an animal. But they'll tell you white people share this shit around the world. Look at this. There's two homosexual lives. They should let each other. They should let these two men keep fucking each other in the butt. This is beautiful. Like what? What are you talking about? So, so no,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why this line is out of his damn head. Why his mind's messed up. But this is not normal. It's not normal because you don't see a bunch of lions doing this. So, but white people gonna take it and run with it. Look at this. Look at this, Kenyan. We need to bring homosexuality to Kenya. Look at this. It's in nature. Look at this, black people. It's natural. It's in nature. Next you'll see commercials all on Kenya. Look at this, Kenyan. You don't own none of your media, so we're gonna put it all on your media. Slowly change your culture, let you accept this shit like we did in South Africa, like we do in Botswana, like we did in trying to do in Ghana right now. If we open up a homosexual LBGT, what's that? LBGT community center or
Yeah.
something, whatever. The Ghanaians are gonna tear that shit down to the ground. Go ahead, Cam.
I mean, this I just find it to be not making sense. But well, let's hope the lions get. Let me not say arrested. Let me just hope the lions get captured, and of course they
I don't
cannot
know.
speak for
I don't know if
themselves.
you can. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can arrest the lion, Cammy.
Yeah, but of course they cannot speak for themselves. Maybe they'll have to go through a therapy to remind them that hey, you are male lions. What you did was
Yeah,
inappropriate. But that is among us what was a training over the
yeah.
weekend that in
Um,
Masai Mara. Yes.
but that's what
All right.
that's an
Mhm.
animal. So they always say, oh, this no, that's an animal. It's not normal behavior. Like I was looking at something the other day. I was
Mhm.
cruising through the channel. I seen like they sold like a what kind of damn monkey was this? I think it was like a baboon. A
Mhm.
baboon was trying. They should a baboon humping an elk. Put his penis inside the elk. The elk was trying to get his ass off. I don't know where in Africa's live, but the baboon was trying to hump the elk. Elk was trying to shake his ass off his back, and the baboon was holding on tight, humping the damn elk. There's an animal. as an
But
animal, okay? You're supposed to be
yes,
hiding the goddamn animal. The
but
white
I
people are
think
like, oh my God,
sometimes.
this is so fascinating. Look at that elk. Look at look at that elk trying to get this baboon off his back
Mhm.
like the baboon trying to rape him. Oh, this is so wonderful, nature.
And
The
let
elk
me
didn't
just
think
read
the
this
elk
comment.
didn't think it was wonderful. Elk was trying to
Mhm.
get the goddamn baboon off his back, and then having trying to fuck it in the butt. Like, what the hell's going on? Elk, like, what the hell's going on?
It wasn't ready. At a big cheese, how you've said it's a shame that they'll use those lions to promote degeneracy. We are surviving among us the demos.
Hey,
This
let me
is
ask the chief. Yeah, let me ask the chief. Let me ask the chief. What's going on, Big Chief? Hey, I should have did this weekend. I was gonna decide. You heard about Marvin Hagler's death, right? And he took the you know what? Marvin Marcus Hagler. He can't talk about it. Marvin Hagler took the you know what, and now he's doing the dirt. He's doing the dirt nap rumbo. He's doing the dancing in the dirt. He took the dirt nap, because and he was a great boxer, but he wasn't exactly smart, right? He wasn't the most
Mhm.
brilliant Negro, but he was a great boxer. And now he's dead. He wasn't even sick. But when you're stupid, oh, let me go. I'm scared to death. They told me I need to take this thing. Let me go get it. Go get it, dummy. Go get it. I don't stop no dummy from being dumb. You go do you. If you got some dumbass handkerchief head preachers about in the name of Lord Jesus, we need to go get this shot. Oh, the preacher said I need to go get. Then you go get it, dummy. You go get it. Be my guest in the name of Jesus and the Lord and Lord Jesus. We need to get
It's
this shot.
definitely gonna.
Praise the Lord. Good luck to you, dummy. Go ahead, Cameron.
It's definitely going to ring them. And moving on from that, welcome once more, family, to the Calmie Africana Diary Show. And of course, on today's main topic, we are going to take a look at the situation in orphanages. I believe we have interacted with some, of course, with some events that have taken place. Some of them have been broadcasted, some of them we just get to assume that they are normal things. Well, today I just want to focus on this because I saw certain video somewhere, but this was in China, and I'm about to share that video. This was in China, but it was in regards to the one child policy, and they were showing us inside, of course, they were showing us, of course, inside one, of course, let me call it more like an orphanage, because that is where children are now taken. That is excess children. And before I even get to share with you that, let me just start with the fact that some of the reasons that have led to the increase in orphanages, to the increase in street children in Africa, it is the rise in HIV and AIDS. And this is to date back in the early 2000s, when HIV and AIDS was a pandemic. Well, it still is, as much as we do have people surviving on ARVs. It still is, as
Hold
much
on,
as we.
Cammy. Hold on, hold on. Just AIDS is a
Yes,
pandemic. Where is the vaccination for AIDS? Where's the vaccination for AIDS? Because AIDS
they'll.
was supposed to wipe niggas out. That's why it's supposed to
Mhm,
wipe black people ass out. So
mhm.
where is the vaccination? It's only been 30 years since AIDS has been on the African continent. Where's the vaccine at?
They'll say
Fuck
that
out of here.
they'll say that.
They the ones. They the ones. They the ones brought that shit in to curb the birth rate of Africans. Africans should have been
Mhm,
more astute, but you were going to
mhm,
get vaccinated by these white people. They were the ones injecting you with AIDS
mhm,
because you fucked up in the head religiously. They gave you a fake white man on a cross, this fake cracker on a stick, I call it, who ain't never lived. The fake cracker on the stick. You hate other African people. You play tribal dumb shit, but you all worship the same cracker on the stick. Ain't that funny? You say this guy's this tribe, that guy's that tribe, but you all worship the same fake white cracker on a stick who ain't never lived. Who ain't that? And you'll get mad at me for telling you that. And I bet you $1 million he ain't never lived. It's made up, dummy. It's made up. So when you believe that dumb shit, they put a cracker on a white coat. You're like, oh, this cracker knows something. He knows something. I'm a dumb African, and he says I need to come get this shot. Let me go line up while they inject your dumb ass with AIDS. It happened in South Africa. That's a fact. It happened in South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe. These are facts. I'm sure it probably happened in Kenya because they got those women 3 or 4 years ago to sign up telling they were helping them while they were sterilizing them. And it wasn't the government, it wasn't until at least a smart Kenyan doctor said, hey, something's fucked up with this shit. Something's not right. And then he went back and he reverse engineered. Thank God for that smart Kenyan brother. He went in the lab and reversed. Hey, this thing's got sterilization agent all through it. You think? Because the thing is to wipe out Africans, you dummy. He's like, hey, this thing's got sterilization. And then the American government, whoever gave it, oops, we're sorry. Oops, we're sorry. Oh, you caught us. Oops, we're sorry. They wasn't sorry. They put the shit in there, stupid. And then you're going to run around talking about you're going to take a vaccination from these people. I didn't even see it in the Kenyan news that much because you don't own the news that they were sterilizing African women in Kenya. Almost 1 million women without telling them.
I agree with you,
Without
Keith.
telling someone they were there to help. That was health concern. Hey, Kevin, do me a favor. Pull up the year. What year was? Say when? What year was the Kenyan women? 500,000 Kenyan women sterilized. What year was that? It was like 2014, 2015.
Which year was the Kenyan women?
500,000 Kenyan women sterilized. Yeah, Kenya. What year was when Kenyan women were sterilized, but were sterilized without their permission, or sterilized not knowing? Once it was 2015. Most Kenyans don't even know it.
It says back in the year 2012. Back in the year 2012.
Okay, 2012. Damn, it's been that long. 2012, 2013. So that was an act of war, and that was on purpose. So understand, white people are not your friend. These white G's, they're not your friends, stupid. They brought sterilization agents to kill you all. They did that on purpose. That's a fact. That's not me making nothing up. They said we're going to sterilize the women and turn the Kenyan men into faggots. That's a fact. Am I making that up? That's a fact. They said we're going to turn the Kenyan men into faggots and we're going to sterilize the Kenyan women. These are facts. And you know,
it is unfortunate.
Well, who did it? The same white man you love, dummy. Same one you want to sleep with. Same one you don't know the fuck is going on.
And Keith, and also, of course, it is very devastating to realize that women were sterilized without their consent, and this actually did get to happen in Kenya. And I can attest to the fact that no justice was, of course, was attained until now. I can attest to the fact.
It's not just in Kenya, Calmie. It's in all of Africa. I mean, the black Africans. I don't like people say, oh, all 54 countries. I'm talking about the Africans, not the fucking Arabs who invaded. I don't give a shit about no fucking Morocco and Libya and Egypt now full of fucking white Arabs. Oh, fuck them. I'm talking about the black Africans. They wanted to sterilize and wipe out black Africans. They didn't do this shit up there. They did the black Africans. So all this goofy shit, all 54 countries, man, you better get out here talking that shit to me. I'm talking about the black Africans they're trying to murder off. So it's not just in Kenya, it's in all African nations. But what did the president of Kenya do then? I don't know if Kenyatta was president then or not. He might have been. I don't know if he was or not. What did he do? Absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
Absolutely nothing. That's an act of fucking war. You come in and sterilize 500,000 of another people's women. That's an act of fucking war.
True.
Because you know what you're doing. You're trying to wipe us out.
Exactly, and that is
What
why
was
we do
done
have
on nothing.
Africa. Mhm.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
and that is
Go
why
ahead,
we do
Tammy.
have. Yes, I agree with you, Kit, and that is why we do have Africa being rated with the highest number of HIV and that is HIV positive people around the world. That is
Tammy,
why we
don't
do
even
have
believe that.
Africa.
Tammy, listen. Don't believe that.
Uh,
Those are lies too. Because you know who's
uh,
bringing them in? When you sleeping with these white men, they're the ones that had the AIDS, Tammy. The white people had it. But you, in your African mind, you've been lied to by the puppet. It's the, like I just told you here in South Carolina when they had that DJ Quick dude, whatever his name was. He's full of AIDS, Tammy. He slept with 500 black women here in America. And I think no more than that. I don't know how many women he slept with here in South Carolina. He's full of AIDS, Tammy. He spread the AIDS. And in South Africa, the white people that were full of the fucking AIDS. But you worship white people, especially black women. You worship these motherfuckers. You sleep with them.
yeah.
You get AIDS, and then you take it back to the rest of the community after they dump your ass. It didn't come from you. It came from them. They had the shit. Africans never researched anything. In the beginning, it was a complete white disease, Cammy. How did all of a sudden become black people's disease? Because white people always weaponize everything. Okay, it's a white
Yes.
disease. Don't look good on us. We're gonna make it a black disease, and then we're gonna take it and put it to these niggas. They dumb anyway. They don't research shit. They worship us. So we're gonna take it and put in their community and say, "Oh, you Africans all got AIDS. Oh, so you poor
We
dumb
believe what
Africans.
we read.
Sorry for you, dummies."
I'm saying we
Yeah,
believe what we
that
read.
AIDS thing.
Uh,
And then when people start researching it, came and say, "Hey, AIDS didn't come from nobody." And Africans said, "Well, yes, it did. It was a Congo. It was a man in the Congo." This is what they said, Cammy. It's not me telling you. They said a black man in the Congo went to the jungle and fucked the gorilla, and that's how I got into and they that's that's how I got into Africa, Cammy. A black man had sex with a gorilla
View.
and then spread it throughout Africa.
I'm
If
shook.
you believe that, you are batshit crazy.
Hmm. I'm shook. But of course, it is yeah, sadly enough, for Kate, I think amongst people actually get to believe what they read without even doing the research. But now, of course, I am on the limelight regarding that. But I just want to say that back then in the early
So I got to say the
2000s,
African, I got to say the African mind. What's wrong with the African mind? Dr. Mumbai, she done woke up a
we
lot.
are
She's
trying to
saying,
wake up.
what is wrong with African people? I don't get it blows. A lot of us have got to die. We're too far
Mhm.
gone, especially like the old Africans. You got to from America, South America to Brazil. They all got to die. You're too gone in the head. You love your enemy too much. You got to go. You got to go. It's
Gotta
dangerous
follow
and it's
them.
dumb. You got to go. You got to go because there's been a campaign to wipe out African people. And if you don't know this by now, I don't got time to argue with you no more. They didn't go into Kenya and sterilize almost 1 million women for no reason. They didn't do it for no reason. That means they want these women to have black babies. Because everybody else's numbers, that's what I told you. China's not going to take over no fucking Africa. Do this for me, Cammy, please. And that's another reason why African woman's got to get a fucking mind right. You better stop sleeping with these other fucking people. They're trying to sleep with you to keep the numbers. Pull this up, Cammy. Say the
Mhm.
birth rate of the Chinese have decreased exponentially. Pull that up, Cam, for you to say The Chinese birth rate has fallen dramatically. Pull that up. So now you're gonna because your dumbass puppet leaders have made you worship other funky ass people. You don't realize they need your DNA to survive. Asia is collapsing. I've been said that. All these non-human beings are collapsing. See if Calmie can find it. They say the Chinese, it's all of Asia, but we're going to say China. Japan has already collapsed. Why aren't these African leaders teaching none of this? Dumbasses.
I can't get it for some reasons.
Say the China. Pull up, say, let's see this. Say, declining, put this in Google, Calmie. Mm-hmm. Chinese birth rate. There. The declining Chinese birth rate.
All right. Yes, I got it.
It's not just China. Japan had already collapsed. Okay, there you go. So they're in Africa, and you dumbass fucking puppets. God damn! Oh, God! When these kids are gonna rise up and kill these goddamn bastards? They're there to procreate with African women who've been told that they're lesser than anybody. Oh, that's why you've been put in poverty, so you sleep with all these animals so you can keep their birth rates going. Because the only one who has a positive birth rate is the African woman. You know why? Because she's the most superior on the planet. But she doesn't know this because she's been made ignorant and dumb and ridiculous with these religions. Either be Islam, Christianity, whatever goofy shit she's on has nothing to do with the truth. These dumbass leaders don't teach her no truth. She doesn't know nothing. So there will be no Asian takeover. But what they will use is their Asian bastards. It's called another mulatto class. They'll come in and create some Asian bastards like the European did with his mulatto bastards to take over African people. Because the African has been made a docile idiot. They can't take over no Africa with no Chinese people because they're dying the fuck out. They can't take over no Africa with no Caucasian people because they're dying the fuck out. These are supposed to be the most superior people because you've been told lies. Why is white Jesus dying? Why is white Jesus not saving the white man? He's dying. These are facts. Because you know why? Because the black woman has the most superior genetics on the planet. That's a fact. But these dumb African leaders will never say it. They're not allowed to teach Africans the truth. They're puppets. So the reason these Chinese are going to take over Africa only with the dumbass black woman and black man's help will they do that by having these bastardized babies. As an African leader, you're supposed to say you do not miscegenate yourself with these motherfuckers at all. At all. You let their race die out. You let these motherfuckers die out. Because you know why? Because then you have an African planet again. That's why everybody hates you. Everybody lies about your history. Because first is a jealousy thing that you are the original. I don't give a fuck what dumb lies they done told you. African woman is the original woman. So how the hell does she feel worse than any other one? She is the end all and be all. She is the alpha and the omega. That's a fact. African woman is the beginning of everything. So she should feel ashamed to be African, ashamed about her hair, ashamed to be black. That's because you lost too many wars and you've been lied to. She's the Afro Omega. So she is the first reflection of the true creator, not the fake white Jesus. The African woman is the closest thing to God on the planet. These are biological facts. The African woman can't even deal with this no more. She doesn't even know that. You're the closest thing to God on the planet. Your mind is fucked up, but you are the closest thing to God. But your mind is fucked up, though. Your African mother, I don't care if she's in Africa, America, Brazil, or say South America, the Caribbean island, the African woman mind is fucked up.
That is correct.
Doesn't know.
That is correct.
She's the closest thing to God. But you know who does know? The Caucasian man and the Asian man knows it now too. They know it.
Keith, I agree with you. Yes?
Go ahead, Calmie, you got it.
I'm saying I agree with you.
Asia's not going to take over no Africa. They're dying.
I agree with you, Keith, in regards to that. And I just do hope that, we've been talking about racism. As much as we can say that racism is in terms of different colors, I believe that we as Africans, we also do have racism, against one another. It's more like racism because African women have met this type of mindset that, for them to live a better life, for them to find a better life, they have to date people that is from a different race, that is white. And the same case with some African men, they believe that the African woman's skin is not as perfect as it should be. And as a result, we do have a lot of African women even bleaching, to try to reach with the standards that the African man has set, starting from the mindset that has been given to them. But I want to just share this screen regarding that is orphanages, but this is in China. This is in terms of one-child policy. But earlier on, I had said that there's a lot of things that do get to happen in these orphanages that some of them we are not aware of, some of them which have not been put on the mainstream media. But as much as these are the unfortunate, as much as these are, kids who do not have a voice, let me just say, kids who do not have a voice, who do not have someone to speak to them, I believe what was happening in China, I don't know if, Keith, you have gone through this, but this is in China. It is in a Chinese orphanage whereby this is in terms of the one-child policy. And we have talked about how HIV and AIDS have contributed to even the increase in orphanages, the increase in orphans in our streets on a daily basis. Some of them have been left either to be under the care of their grandparents. And we all know that back in the village, at times things are not just easy to survive by. So you just need to find a way forward for you to survive. So let me share this video. This is in China, but this is in regards to the one-child policy in China. And not only does this get to affect the Chinese, also I believe even in some cases, if you did have someone actually placing a silent CCTV somewhere, in these orphanages, will be shocked at the type of treatment that these kids go through. And yet we do have, we do have well wishers, we do have donors coming in to give in the clothes, money, food, in terms of helping these people survive. But let's take a look at this video as we get to progress with the show.
Here, we found the most inhumane conditions we had seen so far. Unattended and bored, these infants spend their days tied together in a potty bench. With no stimulation other than the occasional thump from an older inmate, one action they all have in common is a relentless rocking motion.
All girls, of course, unless they are handicapped boys, but healthy boys is never abandoned, ever.
So, Keith, we do have our fellow African women, rushing to the Chinese in terms of, having, pretty kids in quotes. And this is what the Chinese can be able to do to young kids in their own orphanage. Of course, I found this video quite disturbing. I do not know if I'm going to be able to play this, but I find this video to be quite disturbing. That you have to be strained, in a chair. This actually explains the level of animosity amongst these people, and you can imagine yourself as a young girl, trying to start a relationship with them. I believe that this can be worse, in other situation. I don't think I'll be able to share the entire video because I find it to be quite disturbing. But that was in a Chinese orphanage that children have to be tied on a chair. This is in regards to the one a child policy, and I want to focus on Kenya, whereby you've seen situations whereby even children are killed, and buried secretly because there is no one, to speak out for them. We've seen situations whereby you donate money, you donate food, only for you to realize that the ones in charge of these orphanages are the one actually bagging in, taking these funds to their homes. So we are just highlighting on some of the situations that do get to happen in orphanages. Let me know your views regarding that. The lives in orphanages can actually be quite not good for some people. That is why some people have turned up or ended up turning out to be actually psychos because of what they have gone through. And I see at Ricardo, good morning. You said this was in earlier on regarding kit, but karibu sana to the Calmie African Diary Show. We are, of course, almost coming to the end of the show. The pictures you've said HIV is much easier for women to catch than men. It is a war weapon. Thank you for your sentiments at a big cheese at a Ricardo regarding the show. But I just want to talk about the fact that life in orphanages can be can be quite hectic for most people. That survival there is hectic. We've had the issue with a stigmatization by the society, that the society does not get to understand you. The society does not get to take you just the way you are. We've also seen situations whereby if you are sick in an orphanage, most of the time you're just given a painkiller. You're just given a painkiller to solve, to get to calm you down. But in the real sense, you actually need urgent medical, of course, attention. So these are some of the challenges that people in the orphanages get to go through. But most of the time, this is not shared on the mainstream media. We also do have the issue whereby, for example, you have received funds from different donors. Most of the time, if you are the donor and you are in that particular orphanage, on most occasions, you'll take pictures, of course. Some few kids will be given some of the goodies that you bought, but after you have gone, most of the time we've had cases whereby these kids are even, what you bought for them, they are now, of course, they're now told to return what was given to them. So I've seen the issue whereby these kids do not get to enjoy some of the donations that are given to them. We've seen the situation whereby these kids get to be that is the clothes that are given to them, the foods, the type of different types of aid that people are giving to them is forcibly taken from them. So I just want to highlight on this fact that I believe it is high time that each African government, not only African government, I believe also in the diaspora, you do have the orphanages as well. I believe it is high time that the government gets to, put an individual who actually gets to conduct maybe it could be a monthly, they could be conducting a monthly report regarding these orphanages, such that they, at the end of the month, they get, of course, to give a critique on different orphanages, how they actually get to take care of the kids. And this should be actually impromptu, because the moment you I get to tell these people that, hey, I'm coming so and so, of course they'll get to alter some information, they'll get to change they'll get to change some of the settings in the orphanages. So I believe it is high time that the government gets to put individuals who can be monitoring closely these orphanages, because if even have foreigners coming to the country, you all remember the incident that was put on local television. You do have foreigners who do come to the country, and as a result, some of these foreigners have molested the kids. Some of these foreigners have, let me say, embezzled the funds that was sent to help some kids in Africa. It is quite unfortunate that to allow this, and that is why I love for a fact as to how there is countries like Ethiopia. Countries like in Ethiopia, it has banned the adoption of the child. It has banned the adoption of the child, which means that even orphanages in Ethiopia, they are highly they are highly looked into. We do have Ethiopia as one of the African countries that has banned a child adoption by foreigners in countries, because they have seen that their children get to go abroad and they end up being neglected, they end up being abused. So I want to congratulate Ethiopia for being one of the African countries to actually take this step. And of course, it has, of course, it is against different European countries adopting their kids. But I have I'm just still opting up for the government that before you actually get to give out these kids, that is maybe perhaps you're thinking that they're going to get a greener pasture. It is good to get all the information regarding who wants, of course, to adapt these kids. And we are coming to the end of the show, but I want to appreciate at Big Cheese, at Ricardo Bradford, of course, for tuning in, and to those who are also tuning to the show, that is listening to the show. We highly appreciate that. Remember, we have been giving you different updates regarding orphanages, of course, in Africa. And I really appreciate those who did get to tune in. And for those who didn't get the opportunity to tune in, remember you can simply get to log on to www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. And once you are logged in, you can proceed and get to take a look at some of the videos. You can also get to share these shows. You can get to listen to the music. You can get to subscribe to the channel. You can also get to support the channel. We highly appreciate that by simply logging on to www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. It has been a delight interacting with you. We do have other shows as well that are about to come a few minutes from now, but I want to thank everyone who took the opportunity to actually get to tune in to the show with me. And also, family, remember the trip to Jerusalem, that is the trip to Tanzania, is almost taking place. Of course, feel free to contact Keith. Much peace, of course, to everyone. And of course, I am wishing you, I'm wishing you a great day ahead as you get to continue with the daily activities. Remember, my name is Calmie, and this has been the Calmie African Diary Show, right here on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. Muwe na siku njema, and asante sana for tuning in to the Calmie African Diary Show.